What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and welcome to my Alone Zone. Happy New Year to everyone. It's been a while, and I'll explain where I've been. Last Tuesday, I made my video wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. Went and got my hair cut, shaved my beard as you can see, and I went to hibernation. I requested from my clinic to receive a week's worth of take-home medicines that would last me from Christmas Day till New Year's Day. I did not have to go out. I stayed in my home. I didn't go anywhere the last week. I stayed in bed. I haven't barely eaten this last week. And this is my first day out since then. Super depressed. I knew that was going to happen to me. And admittedly, I have been more depressed than I've ever been in my entire life this last month. And I should be happier, because I've made some friends on Facebook, and I've got a YouTube, core following that watches me and chats on my videos, and that's great, and that means so much to me, but it doesn't fix any of my real life, surrounding problems. It doesn't fix the loneliness. It doesn't, fix the fact that another year I spent just yearning for that touch, human interaction, the love of a female, to cozy up with, on Christmas Eve night, sit by a fire. Well, I don't have a fireplace, I live in a trailer, but, but we could have went outside and built a little fire and sat around the fire because it was cold. It actually got cold here last Christmas Eve, last week. And it was cold New Year's Eve. It would have been so nice to go into my backyard, build up a nice little fire, sit around the fire, roast a little marshmallows, have some music going, and just have a good romantic little evening, just me and a loved one. You don't have to have a big gathering. I would say on Christmas Eve that would have been great. Maybe New Year's Eve, maybe invite some others to come over and sit around the fire and just, enjoy bringing in the new year. That would have been so amazing. And those are the moments that I yearn for. And I just don't know if I can go through another holiday season alone. So mission 2014. And I know it's going to take a miracle, because I've got a lot of things I've got to work on. But I am going back to school this year, and I will take you guys on that journey. I'm committed. It's in my head. I don't care how depressed I am. I don't care how sad I am. I don't care how lonely I am. I'm going back to school. I'm going to go get that culinary degree. It's a 2-year program. The Pell Grant will pay for it. I did call earlier today. All I got to do is go do the paperwork. Their spring semester, they've already taken all the applications and stuff, so it's too late for that, but they said I can start, preferably it would be best to start a program like that in the fall, but I can start in the summer if I so choose. And basically what I would do in the summer is take, your secondary classes, your math, science, English, all that, whatever. You have to have a certain amount of credits and stuff, so, and then do the, start the main culinary part, in September. And we're a long way off from that, but I'm doing it. And it's going to be hard as hell for me to, do it with the anxiety and, the high school memories and me thinking that this is high school all over again. And the fact that you have to be like hands-on and be close to people, all that is going to be difficult. So I will have to prepare myself, but I'm doing this. I gotta do it for myself. I gotta better myself. I gotta at least, get my career, and get that stabilized. Once, I get my stable career, and it's gonna be, 2 years before I get the degree, which means I'll be going to school during the day, and I'll probably be working a restaurant line at night. I could also just go to school and not work, because along with the Pell Grant, it's hard like right now to work with my issues. But I guess if I could go back to school, I could also go back to work. But with the Pell Grant, there's always money left over to take care of yourself. You know, every semester you get a couple $1,000 to pay for your books and your classes, and whatever's left over is yours to keep. You don't have to pay it back unless you drop out or fall below the minimum GPA requirements, which I'm not. I would be fearful that I would drop out, but I'm not going to be put myself in a position if, you know, owing thousands of dollars, you know, back. And from what I understand, depending on, you know, how much the courses and stuff are, from what the information I got is the average remaining balance is around $700, and that's every couple of months. And $700 is not a lot of money, trust me, but it'd be enough to help out, you know, and get me by, and you know, give me some better clothing and stuff, you know, and just to be put back, because I'm not going back into that atmosphere and that life, you know, with what I've got now. And so that's that. But yeah, I've been so depressed. I even upset a good friend of mine on Facebook. Well, a guy I consider a good friend of mine. I gave him my number and told him, he wanted to talk to me on the phone, and I gave him my number, and I even called him back. See, what's happening is I've got this prepaid track phone, and I think the service is dropping, because he's called me a few times, and what happens, I guess, is the service drops and it goes straight to voicemail, and then a few hours later I get a notification that there's a voicemail. I got his phone number and I even called him back, but I was just so depressed, that even once I received the voicemail, I didn't call him back and stuff, and I'm really ashamed of myself for that. But I guess, hopefully he understands what depression is all about. So I should have never given my number out and even said I would talk. And it's nothing to do with him, it's me. I knew I was going to get really depressed. I knew this. And I don't think he would have enjoyed talking to me this past week anyways, because I would have been a very emotional, just wreck. So it wouldn't have been a great conversation. I probably would have made him strangle himself after talking to me and my lonely self. So maybe it was a good thing. But if I start feeling better in the next few days or weeks, we can, discuss it again, man. And to you, Zach, I do apologize. You'll probably see, I don't know if you watch, my videos steadily or anything like that, but you'll probably, if you do watch, maybe you'll see this before I get on Facebook. I'm trying to stay away, and nothing to do with anybody in my Facebook group, but the reason I'm staying away from Facebook is it just seems like it just reminds myself, all the people that I talk to are great. They've, been mostly supportive. Yes, we have our disagreements and such, but what happens with me and in my mind is I'm making these online friendships, and I want them to be real life friendships, and it just reminds me even more how damn lonely I am. And it's God, I've got these people I'm talking to on Facebook. Why can't people in my real life like me and talk to me and accept me? And then there was a video by another blogger in person in the group, Roxy Rodriguez, that just tore my heart up. I watched that video, and it just broke me down, because for her to be able to open up and to reveal, that personal, that she too has no friends in real life, just broke me down, because I relate 100%. And the only difference between us is you're a female, I'm a male. And yes, situations and age and all that stuff is different between us, but when it comes to having no friends and, being the way we are in life, the issues we face, I'm there with you, Roxy. And just know that there is someone out there that relates to you, understands you, and as hard as my life is and as depressed as I am, if you ever need someone to talk to, and I'm around on Facebook, if I'm on my YouTube page. You can tweet me. You can go to my YouTube channel, and up in the banner, you got Google Plus, Facebook, and Twitter links. My Twitter is usually up. It's not like I don't have a phone with access to it, but when I'm at home, I have my Twitter up in case no one ever tweets me, but in case someone directly tweets me, I've got it there. If you ever need anyone to talk to, and I'm not like too far like in my depressed mode, I'm there, and I will talk to you. And even if I'm really down, if I'm around, and I'm able to be contacted at that time, and you need someone to talk to, you can hit me up. I think, watching that video, it just tore me up. People like me and you, I think we're good people. I think we're really, really smart because we're very observing of our surroundings. We take in everything. We're self-aware. And I think people like us loners, us, quiet, shy, reserved types, we are the smartest people in the world because we have a keen eye in our ear, like our senses are like more enhanced, because of everything we've been through and how much we've been, hurt. We're very aware if something's, not right, if something's going wrong. And so, we keep ourselves, up, on everything. And being alone, you really don't have, hanging out with people and stuff. So, like, I don't know for you, but for me, I read, I watch a lot of news. I try to keep up to date with stuff. Because I don't have friends and nobody to hang out with, I've got to find something to do with my time. So, and I think it's true with any loner. I think, the loners are the smartest people in the world. Some of the smartest people in the world. We just don't get ourselves out there to get noticed. And, just God, I had no idea that when I was talking to you on Facebook and in the group, I had no idea that, you were in that situation. And I'm very, glad that, I know it hurt. And seeing you break down and cry in that video, that's what really got me. Because I, too, have broken down and cried in the video. I'm a man. And, men aren't supposed to cry. Yeah, right. I will never be ashamed to admit that I cry. And, just seeing that happen, just like, you don't deserve that. I think, you're a very good person from the few conversations we've had and from the few videos I've seen of you. I believe you're a good person. I believe you have, a good spirit. And I believe you want more. It's just we have these issues that are preventing us from getting more. And, you, I believe, live in California. I live in Florida, and that sucks. And that's another thing that sucks, with talking to all these people in my Facebook group. It's like we all live in different places, and if we get, to know each other and get to talking and building up, more than just, it's still an online friendship, but the more we talk, the more we get to know each other and stuff, it's going to suck because we're going to want to, I don't know about you, but for me, anybody else in the Facebook group, I'm not talking to any one person in general, but it's like you get to know somebody and now you want to meet them, you want to hang out with them in real life because you've connected, you've clicked, you've bonded. And it sucks because we all live so far apart, and now some of us on the group are fortunate enough to live together, like McHenry Cruiser, Infinity, NOFE, I'm sorry, I apologize. You two hooked up and did a collab. Guess you guys are in the same general area. So some of us in the group, are nearer than others, and it's just that's another thing I'm afraid of, is building a close bond with some of these people in my support group on Facebook, and never getting to meet them in real life. It's damn, we relate to each other, we clicked, we bonded, and Now, you know, I want to know you in real life. You know, I want to make you a real personal friend. And that just, you know, another thing that depresses me, just to know that 99% chance that I'll never meet anyone in that group in real life. And yes, I'm smoking. It's not easy to quit. I don't smoke that much, but I only smoke about 2 to 3 cigarettes a day, but it's still bad. And I tried. That electronic cigarette is nope. It's just, there's nothing to it. I don't like it, and I was starting to nick, and so I'm sorry I disappoint all my members, all my subscribers. Yes, I broke one of my resolutions. So that's well, an old Meatloaf song goes, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So if I get back to school and I drop some weight, that would be awesome. You know, and do we all, you know, our resolutions, it's very hard to keep them, and that's why I try not to set resolutions. But you know, I think, you know, I'm not one of those. No, I've been smoking since I was 15, and I'm not a hardcore smoker. I know any cigarette is bad for you. But you know, I only smoke 2 to 3 cigarettes a day, and I smoke them in halves. Yeah, it is what it is. So my apologies to anyone that I've upset because I'm still smoking. Alright, so what's next? Well, generally this is just an update on where I've been the last week and what's going on and why. And you know, I wanted to apologize to Zach, and I've done that. And I wanted to you know, mention Roxy and that close personal video she made. I don't, you know, here's a question I'll pose to you, Roxy, directly to you. Let's say, for instance, that we lived in the same area and such. And I know we both have our issues with anxiety and depression and stuff like that. And we've only seen each other in videos and chatted on Facebook. But if we lived in the same general area, would you be willing to hang out with me? And there goes a fire truck. The reason I asked that is just, I don't know, it may be weird. I would just, you know, anybody, not, you know, that, let's pose this question to anybody in the group. If I live near any of you, you know, you've seen me in my videos, you've heard my words, I've made it clear that I'm open and honest. I've made it clear about the reasons why, just in case I meet anybody, I don't want to be made to be a liar. And that would be the most awkward thing in the world. So, you know, you've seen what I look like, you get a gauge of who I am, you've seen my posts on Facebook, chatted with me on Facebook, anybody. Would you hang out with me in real life? Tell me down below. Or is it that, you know, I don't look good enough, or what I say, you know, just isn't, you know, something that you like, and you would not be willing to hang out with somebody like me? Be honest. Tell the truth. You know, if we live close to each other, would any of you hang out with me in real life? And I'm gonna end it there. And if you wouldn't be willing to, please say that. I need to know. You know, I'm all about being open and honest and real, so just tell me the truth. Alright guys, that's it, that's all. I thank you for entering my alone zone. Now it's time to depart. Peace.